Imagine two concepts, seemingly worlds apart. One, the peak of human expression, a profound source of meaning. The other, a private, often shamed compulsion. For centuries, masturbation was condemned, whispered about, and deemed inappropriate. Yet what if we reframed it? What if this intimate act deserves recognition as a genuinely creative endeavor? Consider it a 5 to 10 minute symphony of complex mental choreography, engaging the very same creative faculties that drive great art. Leonardo da Vinci himself highlighted the mind's pivotal role in art, famously stating that, at its heart, art is a mental activity, not just physical skill. Following this logic, a masturbatory experience could be as artistic, as narratively rich, and as beautiful as any painting, even if it leaves no tangible trace that could be hung in a gallery. We can identify 4 common moves both artists and visionaries employ. They aim for great art or for profound personal orgasms. For most, the puzzle of artistic inspiration is where it comes from. Yet, surprisingly, artists often find their richest material in life's most ordinary, overlooked moments. While we simply see trees, a petrol station, a city view, or a countryside, they perceive the raw essence for a masterpiece. Similarly, a dreamer cultivating an erotic vision could be on a train, in a supermarket, or a meeting. Without outward signs, they discreetly gather precious material, a glimpse of a leg here, a wrist there. These will later be transcribed onto an erotic canvas. The power of the best paintings often comes from how creators master the smallest details. Think of the melancholy, and consider the haunting profundity etched around the eyes in Rembrandt's final self-portraits, or the exquisite vulnerability in baby Jesus's tiny right hand, reaching so tentatively for its mother in Fra Filippo Lippi's Madonna and Child. Perhaps it's the serene, unruffled obedience of the dog, head slightly turned, in Constable's majestic Hey Wayne. This extraordinary power, born from mastering the smallest details, finds a profound echo in the act of masturbation. Here, too, we lavish attention on seemingly minor things that are nevertheless utterly central to igniting an erotic charge. We might, for instance, fixate intensely on the way a left hand presses between thighs encased in black tights, or the precise loose drape of a thin leather strap around a wrist, hinting at both elegance and strength. Perhaps it's the delicate way glasses perch low on the nose, suggesting a distracted, slightly otherworldly contemplation. Both in art and in self-pleasure, it takes a unique courage to transcend worn-out clichés of what a painting or a private session should be, and instead to truly embrace what intimately ignites one's own imagination. What truly captivates us, even if it challenges common beliefs, master artists understand this. They craft mini-stories. Think of the intense gaze of the woman in Andrew Wyeth's Christina's World, or the boy's quiet defiance when interrogated in When Did You Last See Your Father? In our private moments, we seek similar sparks of narrative intensity, like the thrill of hands brushing under a library desk, or a touch on a park bench, or that subtle secret moment when fingers are sucked at dinner, unnoticed. The classical idea of art teaches us life rarely offers absolute perfection, so an artist's role is to refine reality,
composing an ideal from the raw material of life. The ancient Greek painter Zeuxis was said to have requested that the 5 most beautiful maidens from the city of Croton be brought to his study so that he could copy the most attractive parts of each one and then paint the most perfect woman in the world. that which is dispersed in nature is gathered into one in art, remarked Aristotle of this story. There's something of the same maneuver in masturbation, where the thing we're masturbating about might not appear in one place in life, but where we can condense, correct, combine, add, and subtract to get to our goal. We might join those shoes from 5 years ago, to that smile from this afternoon, to that rain jacket from the little train station in the Swiss Alps. We're used to thinking that the way to learn about art is to go to the museum. In truth, we'd be advised to pay much closer attention to what's happening in our minds during masturbation. We should take a little pride in some of the sheer ingenuity of our brains as they work towards producing for us a highly concentrated moment of aesthetic delight. And then we should transfer at least some of the prestige currently hogged by art over to masturbation. It's much humbler, neglected, and yet, in truth, almost equally creative sibling.